This is the pilot episode of the comedy podcast, Several Bad Decisions Later. My name is Julia Bly. I am a comedian with a journalism degree, which of course means I do something completely different for a living. I'm an animator. So if the world ends, I can draw what killed us. Anyway, this podcast is for those of us without power. We're all watching America get steered right into that iceberg. Well, metaphorical iceberg. From our rented third-class cabins. Some of us are already underwater, which honestly means we have the best view of the end. Anyway, the people holding the wheel and the microphone right now are not the majority, which is weird because this is supposed to be a democracy, which is a group project, but we're actually in more of a hostage situation. Anyway, I grew up in a tiny town in Minnesota where most people actually identified as Republican because they saw it as holding Christian values. So I was genuinely surprised when I heard everyone started putting up Donald Trump signs in their yard. And then I remembered. They were also really big fans of Milli Vanilli. Doesn't need to be real for it to be a hit. Anyway. Now Trump and his team are making America undesirable, which I think might make him accidentally fulfill his campaign promise. I mean, I think he's going to make Mexico build a wall to keep us out. And honestly, I've seen us lately. I don't blame them one bit. Today I'm talking to Caleb about how his unique experience might be able to defeat the mean in the mean girl energy of the Trump administration. So I'm basically a detective.
Detective Bly.
This is Julia Bly. I am the host of the podcast, Several Bad Decisions Later.
I'm Caleb Barron.
He's awesome. So, yeah.
Oh, wait, I guess I didn't have to whisper.
We're talking about current events with a unique perspective. I am a comedian / visual effects artist / journalist. I was a journalist first, and I have a degree in journalism. And I started doing comedy because I wanted to use my journalism degree.
Yeah.
It's the only place you can use it these days. And I also do visual effects for a living because you cannot make money as a journalist.
Yeah. I also have a journalism degree. I think I went to that to study film more so than maybe to learn journalism. I got very involved with the theater program as well. So maybe I don't know. Am I a journalist?
I mean,
I'm more
definitely know more than most people working as journalists right now.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
I'm really trying to be honest. I can say that.
That's why he's not working as a journalist.
I'm not good at capitalism. Yeah, I'm a substitute teacher. I have occasionally astrology or yoga clients. But again, I'm an artist first and foremost. I think that's what I am. And I think you as well. You're just an artist. We just happen to also have these other certifications.
Pretty much, yeah. I also make friendship bracelets. So.
That's art. That's crafting. You're a jewelry designer. I've dated one of those for a week.
Oh dear. Oh my goodness. All right. We're not here to talk about dating though. I am here because the reason I brought Caleb onto this wonderful discussion of current events is because I was thinking about the regime, the one that's in charge. I'm new to authoritarianism. This is my first dictatorship. So, but I've been thinking about the women of the regime and how much they remind me of the cast of Mean Girls. So, now the people I'm talking about is the number one person in this situation is Caroline Leavitt. Now, Caroline Leavitt, she is the press secretary of the regime, so she basically is the voice of Donald Trump. And she is so, she doesn't blink for a second if she's saying something that's blatantly untrue or just plain evil. Like, she just goes for it. Like, she is so good at being Donald Trump's.
I am a hippopotamus. I'm trying not to look. I don't know who she is.
That's okay. That's why I brought you here, actually. It's kind of amazing.
I've heard her name, though. You've actually told me something about her before.
Yeah.
So, yes, I have heard her name, but I don't know who she is.
Basically, she's the one who speaks for the president to the press. And I think she does such a good job for this specific regime that if she was doing the same job for Darth Vader, she wouldn't even get choked once.
That makes sense. Does she have dark hair?
No, that's another thing. So they are all bleach blondes.
Oh my God, I thought there was a lady that did some speeches that had dark hair, and she had like a...
Are you talking about Kristi Noem, maybe?
Was she like a previous person in the position, or
Kristi Noem is through the end of this month
It was at the White House when she would speak in the little press rooms. Am I mistaken?
Oh, are you thinking of Sarah Huckabee Sanders?
Maybe. I don't know.
So part of the reason I'm bringing up Mean Girls is because these are people who would they're style icons. They're very camera conscious. Sarah Huckabee Sanders, at least on that front, no, she's a normal person.
She looked normal to me.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to conflate her and this person, and they're very different.
So Carolyn Leavitt is the new Sarah Huckabee. That's the job she's doing.
Sarah Huckabee used to have that job.
Yeah,
8
years ago.
So
yes.
at least I'm in the right ballpark.
Yes.
So that's good.
Good work. You're paying a little bit of attention, and that is awesome, and that's what the world needs. So Carolyn Leavitt is in that job. Like Sarah Huckabee Sanders, I have absolutely no respect for her politics, but she did a professional job.
Sure. Or like Darth Vader.
Yes.
Without the cool powers.
Well, he wasn't Darth Vader yet because he hadn't gotten rid of all of his naysayers. So he wasn't going full authoritarian yet. He hadn't had time to plan. He didn't know about all the fail-safes we had in place. He had to take 4 years to just get rid of them. So
I'm thinking of Anakin slaughtering the younglings in Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like, well,
yeah,
there's a lot of stories circulating right now, since this is current events, about the Epstein files and about 13-year-old girls and all this, and I just yeah, but on lighter terms.
So you are getting a little bit of current events, which is I'm very happy to hear. But so Carolyn Leavitt is Regina George.
Okay.
And I would say that Pam Bondi, who is she's basically the person in charge of the Epstein files.
Okay.
Is also a bleach blonde. If you join the Republican Party, you need to become a straight-haired bleach blonde, and if your nose isn't what they want, you need to change your nose. That is what I'm gathering from all of the people that they're putting up front as women. Kristi Noem was the Department of Homeland Security head. She only did blonde stripes in her brown hair, and she just got fired.
On Wednesdays, wear the blood of the innocent. I don't know. That's not funny, but it's just...
That is accurate. That is what it feels like.
I do know something about Mean Girls, just for the record. I'll be leaning into Mean Girls.
Okay, so...
Oh, God.
So Carolyn Leavitt is Regina George. Pam Bondi is Gretchen Wiener, because she's loyal to a fault, basically. She's just trying to keep Donald Trump happy.
Okay.
And Kristi Noem just got, I don't know, she can't sit with them anymore, so I don't...
Is she the one who just got fired?
Yes.
Okay. So, and she was like the face of ICE.
Yes, exactly.
In some, brand thing.
Yes.
Okay. So she's the face of ICE. The press secretary is Carolyn. No,
Yes.
And then who's the middle one? Pam.
Pam Bondi.
What does Pam Bondi do? Because I think
forgot her actual...
What department of this kind of popular plastic girls?
Attorney General. Oh my God.
She's the attorney general.
Okay. The reason I didn't know that is because that is so horrifying that...
She's in line to be the president, right? In the line of succession, she's on there.
Probably.
What is it, president, vice president?
Let's look up the line of succession.
Yeah. Surely the attorney general's on there?
I don't know.
It's not elected.
Probably, but I don't know. Vice President, Speaker of the House,
Number 7. She's 7th in line.
Sheesh.
Who? Okay. Wait. Who's the guy who? I recognize the Republican from Oklahoma. He was talked about on Up First. He's the one who they're trying to replace as the lady who just got fired.
Oh,
The
Christy Noem's replacement.
I think they're trying to do a dude from Oklahoma
Yeah.
who's like friends with Trump.
Senator Mark Wayne Mullen.
But he might have to transition in order to be a mean girl, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Yeah, so that's another thing I'm thinking of just as a woman. I've been a woman my whole life. I have a career. I've jumped through a lot of different career hoops. I've worked in a lot of different jobs, and I do know that if you can blame a woman, you should do it because no one's going to stop you. And I think that's why they put all these women up front in these... like, at first I thought, like, oh, this will actually help the whole anti-women working thing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't like their politics at all. Like,
sure. If a woman is able to choose of her own free will to not work, if that's what she wants to do, great. But if she wants to work, she should be allowed.
Yeah. And that's also like a ridiculous conversation because working class people have been working
as if they couldn't not.
Forever. So that's just a crazy plan. So yeah, so so basically the reason I'm bringing up Mean Girls.
Oh, sorry,
Yeah.
We're figuring this out.
Caroline Levitt. Basically, Caroline Levitt and Pam Bondi. Mm-hmm. And I did have Christy Noem as I thought she would make a great, like, Karen, who's the dumb one, because she says stupid things like, I killed my dog for fun, you know.
Oh, wow.
But she has been fired, so she can no longer sit with them. And anyway, so they need to bring in someone new. Mm-hmm. And it does look like they're going to start bringing in men, which, you know, I don't think they're going to be allowed to sit with the Mean Girls, but I do think that I would like to, you know, so Caleb grew up with missionary parents who took him to Guinea.
Yep, in West Africa.
From the age of 7 to 15.
Mm-hmm. I think that's right.
So he lived in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
He had a pet monkey.
We did.
Did you have a TV?
We did.
Okay.
But not with, like, cable. Okay. So we could watch, like, VHSs or DVDs on the PlayStation, but, like, it was contingent on my parents discriminating everything that we were exposed to, and then also, like, if we had enough battery in the solar panel. So that kind of, it was there, but it's not the same. It's not the same as, like, having TV shows. The closest we got was when our aunt would mail us out, like, The Survivor that she TiVoed or whatever, or recorded on VHS.
Wow. And you didn't have internet?
We had dial-up.
Okay.
But it was, like, very sporadic and very slow. And it was more for, like, email checking than anything. I think there was an online game called RuneScape that had, like, the worst graphics ever. I don't know if you're familiar with that one.
No,
but
I've never heard of it.
I think it was a pretty popular online game, but...
Probably.
It's like I wanted to play it, but it never really worked because the internet was so shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and then they brought you to Oklahoma, America, and put you in a public American high school at age 15.
That's right.
This is a real life Cady Heron. This is what that is.
Yeah. I guess I had 5, there were 4 siblings, 5 of us total, so that's one of the things that we were told. Plus because, like, I'm kind of red hair.
Yeah.
And Caleb, Cady.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot. But of course, the long hairs, since I've moved to LA and I've been, like, leaning into my more... Is long hair feminine? Or I'm hesitant to even say that. I don't even like gendering things like this. I mean,
we like to think so, but there's a biblical character named Samson who's having long hair was like his whole thing, so...
Hey there, Delilah, la 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 la.
Yeah. I mean, like, I like it if guys are, like, really butch but also have long hair because it's something that, like, softens them a little.
Okay, I see that. Yeah, I'm just watching Love Island because it was recommended, and it's kind of like nice to have on.
Okay.
Just because, like, I don't know, they're pretty to look at, but all the dudes are very much ascribing to like I'm kind of ripped and I have short hair, except for one of them sort of has like.
So do you think
braids.
Here's what I just thought of this because you're here.
Mm-hmm.
Can we get Caleb into one of these cabinet positions? Because we need. Oh God. I think we need.
I'm so ignorant of all of it.
An innocent person who doesn't know anything to go in there. They'll make him get highlights. They might make him get a new nose. I don't know.
I don't know.
But then he can take down the mean girls. Turn them back into human beings.
So, okay. Who do I get to push in front of a bus?
She didn't push anybody in front of a bus. She just happened to get hit.
What if I push them in front of a deportation van?
I mean, don't push anybody. I think we need to like let ironic punishments take care of themselves. But
You said ironic, but I heard Iran, and I'm like, oh fuck, we really are going there.
Yeah.
They may take care of us in a.
So my first question was, do you think you could take down the mean girl? The meanness of if we somehow snuck Caleb, because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't have an agenda.
I want to be Karen. I think Karen is more my stupid dumbness. So, who's Karen? I need to take her job.
Okay, I don't think you can help us get out of this authoritarianism then. That's okay.
I think in a political, you should do it. You're also a ginger.
They're not going to let me in though.
Why? You actually, well, because you're too established as like a free-thinking liberal.
Look through my Facebook, and even before he was elected, I was like, you guys, no good could come from that kind of anger. There is a comment. There's a girl from my high school who was a cheerleader, and she normally is not on Facebook. I'm from a very small town of 700 people.
Wow. Okay.
We combined a few towns to like make a high school, but like I know almost everybody from my high school. Like it was almost like they were relatives because you just don't know anybody else.
Mm-hmm. Small world.
Yeah, and so little like pond. People that I wouldn't normally, probably never would have thought twice about talking to are just like part of the landscape of my personality. So it's nice to keep up with them on Facebook.
As I think about my own like brief stint in American school, there's this like vague idea that I had like 100 people in my graduating class.
Okay.
100 and something?
Yeah.
What about you? What would maybe
we had 90 plus 6 foreign exchange students.
Okay. So I guess you're from when we came back to the States, you're from an even smaller town.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Was there a diversity at all, or was it mostly just white folk?
We had a lot of adopted kids from other countries, which
okay. That's sort of diverse.
It's really bizarre to me that it's so mega in that area. But yeah, there was just a lot of adoptees from
interesting.
The Philippines. Again, like you only know 7 people. Korea. Abby was from Colombia. Mitchell was from Romania. And these are just the children of my mom's daycare.
Oh wow.
That's just a small street. So I grew up thinking like we were completely... I thought the 80s one. I thought like all those sitcom reruns where racism is like a thing of the past. I thought that was where we were at.
Oh dear.
TV lied to me.
You were so young too though. Yeah. It's not... Well, when you were that young, racism was a lie because you weren't racist.
Yeah.
You hadn't learned to be yet.
I mean, I didn't know anything.
And babies are not even afraid of snakes. They will crawl up to a frickin' snake and pick it up.
Yeah.
We are trained to be afraid. We're trained.
I mean, some of it's good. Like, it's probably better you don't pick up random snakes if you don't know how to identify which snakes are safe.
Speaking of current events, I'm thinking of that Rob dude from Traitors and from Love Island.
Oh, I don't watch reality TV. I've worked on reality TV shows.
He's so hot.
I believe you.
He's so hot. And he seems probably liberal. Hopefully? I don't know. No, he's partnering with like a fast food chain that is disturbing to me.
I mean,
So no, I guess I can't love him.
So that's another thing.
I have
like,
to stop loving him.
That's another thing I would like Americans to stop doing. Using words like liberal, conservative, socialism, because they are such broad terms, and we do tend to like all have our own nuanced, specific little.
Like, what does the word family mean to you versus to me? It's the word liberal falls in the same like category.
If you ever whenever somebody uses like libtards or liberal media, I'm like,
dear.
I'm gonna check out of your conversation. I'm just like, you just been listening to Megyn Kelly or you watch Fox News, one of the two, because that's where that comes from.
Conditioning.
I mean, media it's not supposed to be anything like specific, and if you include Fox News, the media is not liberal at all.
It's bad. It's really bad. But I'm still gonna live according to my values, and it's like.
Well, again, like we can't do everything. Like I'm like, well, I still have to. Like I did it. I worked 24 hours or 20 hours straight this week on a job, and like I was falling asleep at my computer, and I handed in a shot that makes me wonder if they're gonna let me work on another movie for them again. You know, but it's like I can't do that and save democracy. You know, I can't do that and save the rights of the people in Kansas who just had their driver's license taken away because they're trans.
Yeah, I saw a story about that.
Yeah, so like I'm doing what I can, and I'm doing, you know, the little bits and pieces. Like this is me doing something. It's me standing up and being like, I don't care. Like I know they're suppressing voices right now, and I have a lot to say, and this is my voice.
Yes.
And that is why I'm doing this, because everyone needs to stand up and just say no, like in your little way, just find a way to say no.
Yes.
You know.
Well, and I know that I will, because I'm at a place now where it would be worth my life. It would be worth my life to make a stand of that kind of quality. But I'm not like going on the front lines of protests. I'm really not. We went to a protest in our neighborhood.
Yes, we did.
But it's not, I'm not going and like banging on doors and stuff. Like I'm not really doing that.
Well, the thing is, like, we don't know what's gonna work, because like what does work is well, the things that we're actually winning. We're winning in the
Sugar
law.
works.
Sugar works. We're winning legally. We're winning. They're just like fighting whether like they've lost, I think, 4,400 times in court.
ICE has?
The regime in general.
Oh, that's promising. That's really promising.
The attorneys general of good faith democracy states, some of them are probably vote red, you know, that doesn't, I just mean like people who want like a real democracy. The attorneys general have all like been prepared for this just as much as Trump had time to prepare to become president again and like cut out all of the...
These are legal professionals who understand the law and understand the Constitution, so we're prepared to argue.
Yes.
Because we're a country that had Hillary Clinton almost win.
Yeah.
So we are on the cusp, but I just feel like hopefully that, like, nobody has Trump's years and years and years of media exposure in films. There's not another conservative like that. I think I'm more afraid of like a very wealthy like person being in charge, like someone like...
The thing is that's already what's happening.
Well, but like, so there's no reason for them to...
Like Peter Thiel, do you know about that?
Peter Thiel is
He's
a name...
the finance behind Trump's regime.
Well, but and Trump's sort of like a B or a C-list billionaire wealth person anyways. So he's like a puppet for those types, right?
Yes, that is what it looks like, yes.
And he's always been that. That's what you do when you're in entertainment. So, I mean, I would say, like, I'm aware that, like, if I was to be a type of person, it would be in the interactive, like this. Like, I would want to be talking to people. I would want to be out there and expressing things. But who would dare, in this capitalistic democracy, make someone like me or Cady Heron I don't think it's on. But I
Oh, you're right, it's not.
who would that's still recording, but like
Actually, let me.
who would do that? Like no one, because I'm not good for America in the consumer capitalist way.
I brought you back. Thanks for coming back, Caleb.
Thanks.
He's on vacation. He's a teacher, and it's
Yeah.
spring break.
It is spring break, and I have been enjoying it. What about you? You're not really a break because you've been doing all this other stuff.
I'm on hiatus, which means I have time to actually edit a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So we filmed our podcast a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, 3 days late. It was a couple of weeks ago, but you get it. And today something happened to the Mean Girls group that I was talking about. So, do you remember anything?
Vaguely.
Okay. So,
Just being honest.
you do know that you are America's hope. You are Cady Heron.
Oh my God.
You are you could take over the role of Cady Heron by joining the Trump cabinet and shaming everyone into being nice again.
We have to shame them into being nice. Do you
Well,
think they're going to respond to that?
Well, like in Mean Girls, she basically tried to be like them, and then everyone imploded. So
she ends up betraying like her real friends too.
Yeah, although they were her real friends because they were really
they were mean. They were trying to cause drama. Yeah, there was flaws on all sides of the.
Yeah.
Of it's real.
That's drama. That's real life. So what happened today is Pam Bondi. We were talking about her.
I remember there was multiple people in the administration that we were talking about, but I don't remember specifically.
So Donald Trump put a bunch of women in the front.
Mm-hmm.
And I pointed out that I think it's because he's basically like, you put someone on the front line because you want them to be the one to take the fall. And so far we lost Kristi Noem. And today we lost Pam Bondi. She just got fired because...
How long was she there?
From the beginning of this administration.
Okay, so a couple years.
Yeah.
Almost.
Since a year and a half.
I guess a year, yeah. Okay.
It seems a lot longer because they're just digging in. I was a little surprised that the Supreme Court actually asked him questions. Even the Sam Alito, one of the worst offenders in terms of corruption, was like, I don't think this one's okay.
Is this the one about they're trying to get rid of the birth and U.S. citizenship? Is that the one?
Yes.
Okay. So I've been trying to.
Yep. Yeah. So they're trying to get rid of birthright citizenship so he can deport the children. And then if you're born here, but your parents were not here, like documented or whatever, they can deport you. Although if you have $5 million, actually, if you have $250,000, I think it is, you can actually buy citizenship in America by creating a business that creates jobs, and then they give you citizenship.
Wow.
I know too much. I listen to too many.
It's just a money thing.
It shouldn't be.
No,
everything is a money thing now.
Well, that's... Yeah. I've been sitting in that, like, my desire to sort of buck the system or to not, like, is... It feels somewhat inconsequential. Like, my desires don't seem to matter. So I've decided, well, what can I live with? Like, instead of stepping fully out of capitalism and consumerism, I'm just like, wait, what are the choices that I can live with in order to maintain myself in a healthy way? And then, like, beyond that, I'm just going to try to be really simple.
Yeah. And honestly, if our billionaires were just a little bit conscious of their impacts, we wouldn't have to work so hard.
Yeah.
So we're making up for just a lot of industrial waste. That's where we're at. So Pam Bondi is out because she took it to the Supreme Court, and they immediately were asking questions, kind of indicating that they were saying the president can't just say the Constitution is wrong because he says so.
Mm-hmm.
He set her up to fail. I mean, I don't like her politics, obviously, but he set her up to fail because this is like a ridiculous thing to expect of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ridiculous ask. It's a ridiculous notion. Although they've gotten away with so many things.
And so right now she was tasked with passing this. And because it didn't, he fires her.
Well, the thing is,
So
it's technically still on the table because it's not being ruled on until June or July.
Okay.
But it didn't look good today. It was so bad that Trump walked out of the Supreme Court. And he actually went to the Supreme Court, which is weird for a president. Normally they are too busy doing presidential things like stopping a war they started.
Yeah.
So. And they're putting a man in, which I'm like, okay, that tracks. That's what they do. I don't know if I know that the person who took over for Kristi Noem is a plumber or something.
Oh, wow.
So I was
Someone
like...
just more like Trump loyalist or something.
Trump loyalists, another person on the front line ready to be taken down. I don't think he knows what he got himself into.
Sure.
Either that or, who knows? Pretty much anyone, though. Like, if you're stepping up for Trump right now, you're going to be in trouble. The entire world is like, okay, we don't need the U.S. They are drawing a line, drawing a circle.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if I found out Mexico decided to build a wall to keep us out. Yeah. But, oh well.
Yeah. It's intense.
Yeah. Were you a mathlete when you were in?
Not the best one, but I was on academic team, so, but I really was probably, the worst person on there.
That's amazing. I bet people brought Mean Girls up to you a lot.
They did.